Good morning everyone. This is a video for all the boys and girls who are going to be starting in nursery this year. We're looking forward to having you come up and starting with us, but as we can't do all our normal visits that we would have planned, I'm going to give you a little tour of the nursery instead. So the nursery is accessed round the back of the school. So normally that's the P1 and 2 door. Most people would come up these steps here from the street, and then we go all the way round the back to find the access. This is part of the P3 playground that we're in just now. The grass area in front of us here is the nursery garden. It's a wee bit overgrown at the moment, but that'll be nice and tidied up for you coming back. This bit here is just a wee area for digging in. We've got bug hotels and all sorts of things in here for exploring. We normally have lots of nice equipment in here as well. So through the gate, which we keep closed for security, and this area around here is the P1-2 playground, but nursery use it as well. We've got some play equipment up the top here, which we managed to get through our parent council, so it's absolutely brilliant. We've got some planting, and this is our nursery shed full of exciting activities in there. And that is our nursery main door, but I'll just show you this little bit here as well. We have a neat nursery play area. Again, most things have been tidied away for the moment, but it's usually full of lots of really exciting things for you to do. These are the doors you would come out to play and down these steps, but the main door that you would go in with your mummies and daddies in the morning is this one here. And we have to go all the way up this ramp, around, and then finally we get to the main door here. Now in this bit here we have lots of information for parents, lots of wellies and wet activity outfits, and here we have all our staff. So we've got there Mrs. Ainsley, who is our deputy head teacher. We've got Mrs. Rathy, who is our senior nursery nurse or our early years officer. Mrs. Marks, who is also an early years officer on a Monday and a nursery practitioner the rest of the week. We have got Mrs. Jones, who helps us as an additional needs assistant. We have here Miss Farquharson, who is one of our principal teachers and also teaches P1 and has responsibility for nursery. We have Mr. Donnelly, and we have Mrs. Walker. We have Mrs. Purvis, who is one of our additional needs assistants. Mrs. Murray, early years practitioner. Mr. Bennett, nursery assistant, not to be confused with Mr. Bennett, who is our janitor and is not the other Mr. Bennett's dad. We have Mrs. Johnston, who's one of our additional needs assistants. Mrs. Kerr, another additional needs assistant. Down here we have Miss Prentice, who's one of our early years practitioners. Mrs. Smith, early years practitioner on a Monday. And then we have Mrs. Jenkins and we have Mrs. Dodds, both early years practitioners. In here we have our cloakroom, and your child will be allocated one of these bags to put some bits and pieces in, and we obviously have space underneath if you want to keep wellies here or just for changes of shoes as well. We again have an information board here, and we usually have a question of the week in here or any further information as well. Toilets are through here for boys and girls, and then we have the link area, which has got some of our books at the moment. We do a borrow a borough book, so you can take them home. Got lots of our materials in here and some sleep mats. These little boxes here have got all the children's faces on them, and that's where they put any artwork that they want to take home, so they can take that back with them. And it looks a little bit unusual just now because so many things have been tidied away, but this is our main area of the nursery, and it always has lots of really exciting things set up in it. Here we've got the children's own learning journeys, which they look at all the time, and a nice reading area, house corner. We have got our smart board and computers, and that's the door we use to go outside. And then we have another whole room through here, which quite often we do our messy activities through here because we don't have a carpet, so it's easier to clean up. So we've got sinks here, water trays, quite often the sand trays, painting, etc. through here. And we also have our own kitchen for preparing snacks. Although we have our lunch up in the hall with all the older boys and girls there. I hope you found this useful.